Greetings, listeners. I am your host and GM for the evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. Last we left the crew, a prison break had begun. Lorell, Klip-Tik, and Captain Argus continued to attempt to stop Xovak's prison escape. Meanwhile, Flinch and the Warden try a new plan to save their friends.
Behind the console to get a bit of distance.
Yeah, you got some cover.
I stayed for one round. I believe they're anywhere from 10 to 20 feet away from me. I believe
they're 15 feet away.
How long did they move last round? I believe it was 10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at this point, I am going to move back also.
To where the Warden is, behind the console?
And okay. How far away is that from them?
That gives you an extra 5 feet.
Cool. So I'm just going to step back. And then I'm going to overcharge. Try to shoot him.
Roll your dice.
Okay, so roll a 9. I get an extra +1. I hit a 17.
Good God. Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. Yeah, 7, 6, yeah, one more. Okay, so overcharge. How much damage was the gun itself?
Roll a d8.
And the extra because it's overcharged?
Yeah.
And I get because it's that, I get a +2, +3. Yeah, it's +4. Okay. So it'll be 9 more radiant damage.
Good God. Okay, and that's the one you've been shooting at already?
Yeah.
So you shoot that as you're going back behind the console?
Yeah.
So you kind of go, you fire, and as you shoot it through the chest of the dark spectral form, it strikes, it hits, and it kind of burns away, and instead of it reforming where in the center of the hole where you burned it, it actually finishes burning all the way to the ends of it, and there is now only one black spectral form walking towards you. The Warden kind of looks up. Well, holy shit! Did you want to make a break for it?
Yeah. I guess we can, man. I guess we can, but I mean, I'm worried about you. Let me go first.
I like you too. All right, sweet. I'll shoot at the little bugger as you run on by.
Sure.
So I'm
going to be like, no, let's do it together. You take your shot,
and then we'll both run,
and then we'll both go. Because I think they get one reaction.
I like you, little mouse. Oh, I see. All right, so the Warden fires. He goes up, and you guys are going to run as he's firing? Is the idea?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so I'll say for the sake of thematics,
sure.
And technically speaking, you haven't actually used your movement and whatever. For the sake of this, you both are going to run together, and as he goes, he fires, and he hits on a 19, so that does work. He deals 4 points of damage to the creature. It kind of like absorbs it a little bit, but it does seem to re-heal itself like the last spectral form did. You guys gonna run on past it? Sweet. You are correct. It is going to try and reach out to only one of the two of you. Flinch, you were unfortunately the one that I rolled, so it is going to try and reach out and touch you. Does a 17 hit your KAC?
Okay, so I have a feat called Mobility, which raises my AC by +4 versus opportunity attacks for movement.
Oh my God.
So my KAC at the moment is 20.
All right. So
I'm a quick little rat.
You and the Warden, he fires his gun, and the two of you boogie down the hallway past the spectral form, and it doesn't even look like it bends down or reaches towards you. It's like this tendril of darkness goes to wrap around you. How do you wish to get around this? Do you have some fancy moves you want to spur, or just power slide through?
Oh, well, so I'm going to, as I'm running, hop up and use my tail so all my legs are up, and then use my tail to flip up into a little cute little ball and just roll past it.
Awesome.
So you kangaroo hop off of your tail and you roll a couple of times, and then you complete your roll with a bit of a spin, and your gun up next to you, and you're in the elevator. Just waiting. The Warden's not that far behind you because the tendril went for you. He kind of like sidesteps it and gets into the elevator. He's a little clunky and sluggish because he's,
Fat.
portly fellow. Portly. And he gets into the elevator and smashes the up button. And as the tendrils reach out towards you guys, ding! Doors close, and you guys are in the elevator heading back up.
You killed a ghost.
I'm like, yeah. Okay, so we need to get out of here. Yeah. I wonder where everyone else is. I'm going to click my comm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to click it. It's in my brain. So I'm going to activate
Click your brain.
You mentally click your eye or something.
To Greg. Greg, where are you? We got to get out of here. There's ghosts.
Greg is preoccupied.
Ghosts.
You just hear ghosts in your headset as we go back to the... one quick thing. As the elevator doors close and you're about to call out for Greg, the warden pulls out something from his belt. He pulls a pin on it and he throws it into the... it looks like some kind of a glowing white and gold grenade, similar to the gun that you currently have, and he rolls it down the hallway. Some might call this a holy hand.
I was going to say.
Where
Do not count for
And you listen to him very quickly go, 1, 2, 4, 3, and he rolls it down the door and hits the button, and the elevator doors close, and you hear a bang, and usually you hear like a bang through the door, but there's like this angelic choir that goes with it. It's like a soft bang, if you will. And you guys are going up the elevator. Yeah. All right, back to you guys who are getting just wrecked in the hangar bay. Lorell, you start off your turn. You're up. You're being affected by heavy gravity, and you hear in your headset a call out for Greg. Greg, we have ghosts.
I ignore it, and I'm going to roll my fortitude saving throw.
Perfect.
I'm not Greg, and I don't care about ghosts.
I don't care about ghosts.
I don't care about no ghosts. Does a 27.
Yeah, that'll pass. Yeah, so you shake off the gravitational altered effects, and you are free to move as normal for this turn. All right, so the room itself is very, very large. In the center of the room, near the entrance to it, where there's the hangar doors that lead out into space, there is like a... What kind of ship am I thinking of? There's like a transport ship with a ramp down. Right underneath you, there is just the captain, and she's kind of running towards the ship that I've mentioned, firing at Xovak. Right above you is Greg with his feet clanked onto some pipes, and is just hopping around on pipes. Below you and about 20 feet, so you're on a railing that's closest to the hangar door.
Right.
You came in from a door on the opposite end.
Okay.
So 20 feet closer to the door that you entered from on the ground is where Xovak currently has Klip-Tik just drilled into the floor with like a melee attack.
Is Xovak above Klip-Tik in that one? So into like he's pushed Klip-Tik into the floor. Okay.
He's discerned engaged with him.
Okay.
So if you attack him, you will have deductions due to the possibility of damaging Klip-Tik.
Okay.
That's your layout right now. You don't know of any other additional people's...
Because I haven't done a perception.
Not seen that.
Okay. And there is yeah, that would work. Okay, I'm going to use my maneuver to jump down. Do I have to roll for that?
Due to the height, yes. I'm going to get you to roll an athletics, please.
Athletics? All right.
No.
That's a 22.
Yeah, so you aptly... do you want a superhero land?
It's bad for your knees.
So that's a no?
I'm going to do like a landing that I am ready to mess people up immediately. So I'm going to
Say that your knees can survive a superhero landing.
You can't mess people up immediately when doing a superhero landing. You're facing down.
Don't do a superhero landing. You roll. You jump off the railing, you roll, and you are in ready to come up position.
Okay, I'm going to do a combat maneuver on Xovak to just to tackle him off of Klip-Tik.
Okay, there will be deductions to this. Do you have to meet his KAC? Is that your...
I'm not sure. It's just improved combat maneuver is a feat that I have. So I don't know what it would be against normally. Okay. I think it's against KAC. So it was my melee attack. So 18.
18?
With a -2 because it's flat.
I was going to say he's also flat-footed, yeah.
I thought he was only flat-footed for Greg.
No, it's until Greg's next turn.
Nice.
All
Ooh,
of you.
dang.
He is flat-footed, considered flat-footed for all of you.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh God! Versus combat maneuvers. Yeah. Okay. So you go, you charge at him, and you go to tackle him, and he actually rolls out of the way with Klip-Tik out of your threat range, and then resumes. He plants Klip-Tik back into the ground again, making sure you're not going anywhere.
Wait.
Yeah. So that's why it's because it's AC versus combat maneuvers is 8 higher than your kinetic.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
that's
would
what he's get. That's what he's.
That's his score against your roll. Yeah.
I
So
assumed he had a
again?
high 18.
18. Yeah. So he very depthly succeeds at that.
But that's where that feat is really good because it halves that. So they'll get 4 plus KC.
Right. Yeah.
Greg, you're still up on a pipe.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So right now Xovak is engaged with Klip-Tik. So chances I might shoot our buggy friend are
Pretty high.
pretty high.
Yeah.
What's going on with this? There was a ship that they were going to.
There is a ship with a ramp down, but you know nothing else about the ship.
Can I try making my way to the ship and maybe try to sneak my way on board somehow? Or maybe sneak my way underneath it and see if I can find a panel that I can open and try to mess some stuff up.
You certainly can try.
All right.
Now, keeping in mind that to drop off of the railing down, everyone's had to make an athletics check, and that is about 35 feet of falling. You are about 25 feet above the railing on the ceiling. So you'll be making like a 60-foot fall.
Which would have a much higher DC.
Yeah, significant.
And it has to be athletics, right?
It has to be athletics.
Okay.
You could use acrobatics, right?
You could.
If
Yeah,
you
whichever
use
you'd
the
prefer, I guess.
railing in
Either or
between.
would work in this.
Well,
but it's still a high DC.
Nah, shag it. I'm going to use my acrobatics because my skill in acrobatics is significant.
That makes sense.
And I'm going to try, flip down to the railing, use the railing to flip down to something else, and shimmy my little green butt down to the
I'll tell you what.
down.
Just due to the nature of the 2-level jump,
Yeah.
either this will be a full round action and you get to take 2 significantly reduced difficulty acrobatics checks, or you can take 1 difficult acrobatics check and still have your action and have your movement left. So that's your 2 options. You get to pick one of those 2. So either full round to get down with 2 easy checks, or you still get an action and some movement with a really hard check. Now here, keep in mind, if you fail the really hard check, it's just
Damage.
a bit of damage you're gonna take.
Good
chunk of damage.
I was leaning towards the one roll.
Ah, okay.
This will be the time to roll the 1, but that's fine.
Oh, we'll see.
Things happen.
Because that's not
You
gonna end
gotta
good.
take chances in life.
No, you don't.
Listen, the fact that Grek is still even alive is already a miracle. Okay, so
Take all them chances.
rolling acrobatics to see if I can get myself down to that ground level.
Good luck.
So I rolled a 5 on the dice.
Oh, good.
I have a plus 16 in acrobatics, so 21, which is probably still not high enough.
It is still a fail. Yeah,
I
that
thought
sucks.
it might be.
Okay.
Darn it. How much damage do I take?
You take, it's not as bad as it could have been. All right, so for anyone who is able to see this, you guys watch as Greg decides just kind of like puts his arms out like a cross and just goes to do like a backflip.
Swan
and
dive.
Just swan dives off of the pipe and lands
In the swan dive.
perfectly on his feet. 60-foot fall. You're pretty sure you hear of some kind of snapping sound.
Oh, God.
You take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm willing to say that there's gonna be a.
That
I
goes.
pulled a critical card for you because I think it's funny. As you land on your leg, you fall over and you were considered prone.
Okay.
Could have been much worse.
It could have been. That goes through my stamina first, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love
that. But you still get your action, half your movement. So if you want to pick up from prone, you can and still act. But
I am gonna pick up from prone, if only to keep myself being prone to anybody shooting at me. And I guess that's my turn now. Yeah.
No, you can act.
Can I?
Yeah, you still have your action because you still went and you took the 10 points damage of the critical.
Okay.
You can act.
Well, I don't.
Told you could.
So right now, I don't want to shoot at anyone because it'll draw attention to me, and I want to do the opposite.
Well, you said you were going to aim towards the ship.
I am. Yeah. So if I can use my action to do more movement.
You could have been like, I will say this, that if you land and you go and you look in the ship, you see that Sloth is there looking rather sinister, covered in viscera, and he has some kind of melee weapon in his hand. Stealth!
Maybe under the ship is a better idea.
You want to use your move action to do some movement?
Yes, I will.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
Okay. Oh man, I only got a 12. I rolled a 3 on the dice. I have a plus 9 in athletics.
I don't like you.
I have plus 9 in athletics and I still only got 12.
12?
Yes, okay. 12.
So you do not, you kind of start crawling on all fours towards the underneath the ramp, like getting underneath the landing gear of the ship. You are not quite underneath the ship yet, so you are still within line of sight of Sloth.
Can I do a stealth roll as part of?
No, because that would use up some of your movement. Unless you have a bonus action to let you do it, but that would be like several different things happening.
You stayed first because it affects your movement.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
All right.
Viscera boy is probably
Klip-Tik,
preoccupied.
You were considered grappled by Senior Xovak.
I am.
Senior? I don't know.
I totally am. I'm going to use an acid ray on Xovak. It's the same principle as my torture mechanism from the other one and the one that I tried to shoot him and it missed.
Okay.
So I'll roll for that. See if I actually get anything. So that's 16 on the dice. Do I add anything to it?
I should have like a spell attack. Spell attack score on your back.
Oh, so that's 20?
20?
Then in total?
Considering that he is still flat-footed, that actually hits.
Oh, perfect.
Is it his EAC or KAC?
It says one a hit. The ray deals 1d3 damage of the chosen energy type. Oh, EAC.
So energy,
EAC.
That does hit. Yeah, if it was KAC, it would not have hit.
Okay, so that's 1d. It says d3 damage.
So basically it's roll a d6. If it's 1 or 2, it's 1. If it's 3 or 4, it's 2. If it's 5 or 6,
So
it's
4 would be 2 then?
Yep.
Okay, yep. So there you go.
Did you deal 2 points of acid damage?
Yes, it did.
Okay, cool. So you watch as he's got like this, or as I was describing earlier, like that black hole-esque resonant armor on him.
Yes.
You watch as you shoot that ray out through your... How do you shoot your ray out?
So I was, well, I have, if he's got me here, because I think you said he had grabbed me by the shirt, then I do have my hands free.
You do.
So I can put it, and I would probably actually do it at his hands. Actually, probably
so you just grab his hands? So you reach through and your fingers actually pass through some of the armor he has, and you just lay right onto his skin and begin burning into it, and he starts groaning in pain.
Fantastic.
Doesn't seem to be really... You could tell that it's like burning, but it hasn't like seared through the top layer of skin yet. So
no, but it is causing him some pain.
Yeah, he kind of grunts a little bit in pain. All right, Sloth's turn. Sloth comes on up.
Sees Greg, eh?
Oh, he does see you.
Should have rolled that stealth first. Oh. I should know better as a goblin. Yeah.
But it's funny for the whole scene, just goblin falls off pipe, smacks
I
into the ground.
I was distracted by my ankles.
Tries to crawl over and then rolls his back and goes, I should have been more stealthy.
That could have been better. Okay. So as he's moving forward, he kind of glares at you, Greg, with some kind of... He's got a very, very unsettling look on his face, like he's enjoying this a little too much. He's not moving with much ferocity, living up to the name. But you feel him beginning to penetrate your mind. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Or will saving throw.
Oh, I actually have a decent base save in that. But this D20's not been kind to me so far, so... Okay, 16 total. I got a 12 on the dice, and I have I have 5, so 17 total.
17 total?
Yes.
That is enough to suffer only half damage from this.
Sweet. Joke's on him. I don't got a lot there to penetrate.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So you only get half of this. He mind thrusts you for 32 points of damage, halved, so 16 points of damage.
All right, so now we're into hit point territory.
Yep. So you feel this vibrating pain in your mind as Sloth begins showing you the images. 16 points of damage. 16 points.
18. Isn't that 2 and then?
No, I 16. Oh yeah, no, I'm right. You're right. You're good at math. I'm not.
Hey, I'm all right. All right. So yeah, he shows you all the images of all the things he did to that security guard that was supposed to be watching him. That is still in several pieces in the elevator, and this image in your mind is what deals this damage to you. He finishes off his movement by moving his full 30 feet toward Xovak. He's still not close to him, but should anybody wish on their turn, they can roll a perception check to see what he's holding. With that, it'll be Captain's turn. So, Captain, she recognizes what it is. She begins to move with a bit of an Augusta, and she's going to... Looking at your guys' situation. Yeah, no, she's going to actually try and fire at Xovak holding Klip-Tik. Now, the deduction is not that bad because he's kind of, full back towards her, and then you're kind of on the ground. But there is still a deduction for her to try and shoot at him. But she rolled really badly.
Please don't shoot me. Through the foot.
It does not hit you. But she does miss Xovak entirely. But she's running towards him as she's firing, so she's about 15 feet away from Xovak at this point. It is now Xovak's turn, where Xovak is going to pick you up, Klip-Tik, and he's just going to throw you as hard as he can. He doesn't want you anywhere near him. He also rolled really badly. So how this is going to work is he's going to pick you up, and as he goes to throw, he kind of staggers a bit.
Okay.
And he's released grapple on you, and that...
I just fall to the ground?
You just fall to the ground. Yeah,
fair enough.
So,
okay, cool. Okay.
I'll say roll a reflex saving throw real quick.
And that would be... I'm sorry.
The reflex part on your sheet.
Oh, is that 8 in total?
8 in total?
Yeah.
So as he throws you, you kind of stumble on your feet, and you are considered a prone, as you do not stick the landing as he throws you.
Oh, okay, so I'm on my side. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Nothing too crazy. You don't take any damage. You're just not standing on your feet.
Yep.
And he then turns around, and instead of actually engaging with any of the rest of you, he glares at the captain and walks towards Sloth, meeting him halfway, and takes from Sloth what's in his hand, and he ignites it, and these 3 jet engine burning flame blades jut out one side of the end of it like an axe. He is now equipped with a heavy doshko, which is a very Vesk-like weapon.
It's a traditional Vesk weapon.
You could still roll perception should you wish for anyone that wants to inspect what kind of doshko he's got, but I will leave that to your guys' decision making, because it is now Flinch. You guys are in the elevator. Is there anything you wanted to do while you're in the elevator?
Yeah. Just... Okay. They're not getting back to me, so they could all be dead. I'll give them one more try. If I don't hear a response, we're leaving.
You only called for Grek.
Somebody's getting a hold of me. Hey. Anybody? Are you still alive? Hopefully you're at the ship. Huh?
How far away
It's
are we?
me, Flinch. I'm alive. I'm not a ghost, I swear. Anybody?
How far away are we?
Stop talking about ghosts.
Cool. So you're... Okay, Lorell, you're alive. Far away. You're alive. Okay, so, ship? Where's ship?
It's in a different hangar bay to where we are right now.
Yeah, great. This place is gonna blow up.
Also, my ankles hurt.
Yeah, this place is gonna blow up, so if we don't get on the ship and leave, whatever you're doing doesn't matter, because you're gonna be dust.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
Click.
I don't know where they are.
Warden kind of has this little thing on his arm. He's like, should I wait for them? Are we gonna go and meet them?
How many hangar bays does this place have?
Is there
just get to the ship, Flinch.
Is there anywhere that I can see, because I'm now let go but I'm prone, is there any indication, like I could say, oh, I'm in Hangar Bay 5? Like, is there...
When we get to your turn, you can roll a perception check.
Okay,
to take
cool.
A look.
All right.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't be able to give. I don't know where they are. So
yeah.
I guess we'll go to the ship.
You, Mr. Flinch, for the sake of giving you a bit of time because you're in an elevator, this elevator ride goes right to the hangar bay where your ship is, and as the hangar bay opens up, you see that there's bits of the station that have fallen, there's flames all over the place, but straight ahead, outside of this elevator door, there's your ship, outside of the security sector. Obviously, the warden waltzes through the security sector.
Yeah, great.
Where you guys had previously left all your stuff.
I'm gonna start grabbing everybody's stuff.
Okay.
I'm assuming most of us left it on the ship, didn't we?
Yeah, because we didn't.
No, I forked over my knife.
There was a couple of things, like, so you open up your guys' ship cast.
But I'm like, hey, Warden,
Klip-Tik's knife.
let's just quickly, open them all.
Yes, do it.
We don't want to leave it for the enemy. Wink, wink.
Roll diplomacy.
I'm assuming he's gonna agree.
Go for it.
12. I'm assuming he'll agree.
In total?
Is it? Yeah. I'm assuming he'd agree. What's it gonna do? Leave it for the enemy?
It'll get blown up anyway.
That's right.
I don't even know if ship's blown up. But
You see him think about this for a second.
You know, it's not a bad idea. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of casks here, as in, a lot of prisoners. If you want to open them up now, it might take a little while. Or we can go and save your friends in your ship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why don't we just take, I'll take 2, you take 1, and we'll just see what we get.
Yeah, done.
All right, sweet.
And then we'll go, because we don't want to make them wait. It'll be really quick.
Good.
I hug his leg. Yeah.
What the fuck?
We're friends now. Quickly, we don't have time for this. Open it up.
Perfect.
All right,
BFFs.
so you successfully acquire 3 unknown, unmarked crates. I will roll. I'll roll like a percentage chart later of what you can get. It could be nothing. They could be empty. Yeah. But you each grab 3, and you grab 1. He grabs 2, and then you take them to your ship, and we'll roll for random loot later.
Yeah. And awesome. I am a pilot as well. So.
That's right too. Okay. Yeah. So you guys go to your ship. Just because these guys have had their own little bit of time, I will let you real quickly, if you want, while you're grabbing crates, you can roll a computer's check to see if you can figure out on a map of the station where they are.
Ooh, my computer's is nice too. 30.
Holy, what?
I have a plus 14 in computers because I'm, Flinch. And I rolled a 16.
Listen, there's a reason Flinch and Grek have actually survived this long.
Yeah, because of Flinch.
And Grek's plus 15 in stealth.
Yeah, basically.
So
I've only got a plus 12.
What I'll say, goddamn, you've learned nothing. No kidding.
Oh my.
Oops.
Those tricky
There was nothing to learn.
It actually, it's you kind of pull up a hologram of the map, and a lot of the hangar bays have been destroyed. However, there are even this hangar is considered damaged to a degree, but there's one hangar that is kind of inexplicably untouched.
Oh, okay. So this is probably where we should go. Is it open? Like we should be able to go in? Because that's probably where they are. So is it possible to bring the ship to them? We don't have any weapons.
See why not?
And then I can, if we can get inside somewhat, and while they're running on, I can take pot shots.
Well, that's a bad idea. Let's give it a shot.
Can you pilot? Do you know how to pilot a ship?
Do I know how to pilot a ship? Actually, I do, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
I used to be a pilot back in the day.
Oh, man. We're going to be such good friends.
Let's get going.
Let's go.
Oh my god, they're bros!
Yeah. So the warden and you take some loot, go to the ship.
Oh, and also just as we're getting on the ship, and as soon as we throw the crates down, I'm going to take that nice fine pistol. Well, hand it back to him because I have my, I've got my rifle, and it'd be only fair to return my friend's weapon.
Aww. Roll a diplomacy with +2.
12.
With +2?
I have a +0 diplomacy. But I mean, he's my bro.
He's
my bro.
You know what? Give me a second here. Yeah. You kind of you twirl it, you hand it to him, and he kind of goes,
Well, I think you can make better use of it than I will. I might borrow it if more spectral things show up, but for now, why don't you just keep hold of it and we'll talk about it afterwards when we're all, out of here and safe.
Flinch tries not to tear up.
No!
It's First time anyone's ever given me anything.
It's so beautiful.
You earned it, you little bugger.
Other than Greg's frustrations. Yeah, let's go.
He gave you a rag once.
Yeah.
You might not have known about it.
counts. Does that count?
Yeah.
He left it in your room.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
cool,
know it's there.
Back in the hangar bay. Lorell. it's you.
Okay, so do I need to roll a perception check to know how big the hangar bay is?
No.
So
it's quite sizable. I guesstimated about like 75 feet in like length from like the door that you entered from to the hangar bay door. The ship is about 35 feet in just length.
Mostly what I'm just asking for, there's more than one ship dock in this particular bay. We don't have to run to a different hangar bay.
Oh, I see. So the way that it's kind of laid out is that the hangars themselves are not isolated. So each hangar bay, like door, and then the gantries that you just jumped off of is one hangar bay, but you can see the hangar next to it, and you can with enough issue, there's like rough terrain between, but you can just move from one to the other. The others seem to have been like shot out and damaged, but there are no other ships parked in any of these adjacent ones to
Okay.
So you can go into another hangar bay.
Flinch, are you coming to get us?
Yep.
ETA?
And then you just hear like.
When are you getting here?
In the background.
How long is it going? How far away is this hangar bay? About a couple seconds. Yeah, as quick as possible. We should be there in a couple of seconds. We're gonna pull in. You guys are gonna hop on. Maybe, hopefully you're all alive. Gonna take some pot shots and stuff.
Okay. I'm going to use. I want to be able to like grab my friends and go, because they're little. I am assuming the captain can run pretty fast, but
so
they're
you want to
small.
grab Grek and Klip-Tik.
And if I can't grab them both, I'll just grab Klip-Tik because Klip-Tik is closer.
Klip-Tik is closer. You cannot grab both.
And then I will grab Klip-Tik.
Greg has a pretty good movement.
Okay.
And he's,
Okay. So you take half your movement to go up to Klip-Tik. You can grab Klip-Tik. Do you resist Lorell just palming you and putting you on her back?
No, I'm used to being a vest backpack.
All right, cool. So I'm not gonna need any rolls for that. You just pick them up, put them on your back.
Which way am I facing on her when she picks me up? Is it like my head is where her back is?
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay. Sure.
And then, can I roll the perception to see what the Dashku?
Sure. Absolutely.
What is my perception anyways? 13.
All right, that's enough. For most, you get a the DC's easier for you because of your history. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna get you roll. That was kind of like a culture check in and of itself. So, it is an elite Doshko. However, it has like engravings and like markings on it. It is a high-ranking military, like Veskian Imperial military Doshko. Like this, there are actually identifying markers, and if you want to roll a culture check and spend the rest of your last half of your movement, like rolling, you can roll a culture check to get specific information to research later.
I'm going to spend my full 40 feet of movement moving.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you used half it, so you can use 20 feet to keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of acknowledge that, and then you just start jetting with Klip-Tik.
And I was like, as I pick him out, I was like, "We're getting out of here."
And just
Awesome.
I'm not done yet.
So, Greg has a question.
DM has an answer?
Since I'm still at the ramp for the ship.
Yeah. Everything's behind you right now.
Everything is behind me, and there's nobody on board.
Do you want to go up the ramp and take a look? The mouse, please.
get to the freaking ship.
No, my question's already a bad idea before I even ask it. Okay, so I have 45 feet of movement.
Yep.
And I can also run, but I also have jet dash, which is on page 158.
Jesus.
As one of my feats.
That's right.
Which I'm pretty sure means I can run up to.
Barricades
I can
and
run.
running fast.
Was it twice as fast as, like, 4 times. Like normally your run is 4 times your movement.
Yeah.
Jet dash increases it by like.
I will
And
just quickly
it's a bit obscene.
cut this out. I'm
Yeah.
almost there. Jet dash. When running, holy crap.
I'll probably get where I need to go before
You
the ship
move
arrives.
With jet dash, when running, you move 6 times your land speed
So
as an action.
Hang on a second. I'm not thinking of math. I need to think about this for a second. 45 feet is your,
Yes.
your
That's
base
my
speed?
base speed, yeah.
Times 6?
oh
Yeah,
well,
270.
my base speed, and then
And she doesn't get the flat-footed
And I'm
condition with
running.
running because she's hopping and
and
flipping.
I'm running, and it's 6 times my run. So basically, Lorell, you've got Klip-Tik, and you're like,
I'm booking it.
you're booking it, and then all
Sonic
of a
runs
sudden,
by.
the goblin comes past you.
There's a soft in the air, and you don't know what it was.
You're the freaking Roadrunner.
Yes.
Eventually,
Wile E.
she gets to the
Coyote.
building where
This
she
is
runs
the
through
run-
walls,
This is why I said
phase
just
out
get
through walls.
Klip-Tik.
She'll just run through
That
a
makes
building.
sense.
I probably could have run.
So do you just use jet dash?
Yes.
That's your turn?
Oh my god.
Well, that's yeah. Actually, running is a full.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
running is
Yeah,
full
yeah.
action.
So in that case, how we're gonna do this is, Lorell, you pick up Klip-Tik and you go to look to see where Grek is, and you feel a. Grek is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. He's probably dead.
That's screaming like a.
Greg is sneaky. Greg is somewhere.
Yeah, Greg's somewhere. He's alright.
Probably dead.
He's
The same,
survived
you
this
know,
long.
Probably dead.
Probably
He's
dead.
probably dead.
If he's dead, we don't have to worry about him.
Okay.
If he's alive, he's fine.
Klip-Tik, it's your turn. So you do not see Grek. You are on Laurel's back.
No,
and
I'm
the
probably
captain.
not seeing a lot.
The captain is running towards Xovak with his Dashko.
Now, how far away am I from Sloth?
From Sloth?
Yeah.
You're about 25 feet away because Lorell has now taken you 20 feet
I'm gonna
away
use
from-
energy ray and try to hit Sloth.
You got a thing against this dude. All right, go for it.
And you know what? I'm gonna use electricity the same one I did to torture him. So
Pot shot that shit.
No reason not to, I
here we go.
suppose.
That's why oh no, that's a 2. Oh no, that's a 6.
As you're bouncing up
Yeah,
and
the-
down, as Laurel is trying to run with you on her back.
Damn it.
You go, and you just lightning bolt up into the corner of the hangar bay, nowhere near him.
If he was already dead, you still would have missed.
It's true.
It's true.
With that, the captain. Jesus Christ.
He can't save us now.
Nope. With that, you watch as the captain actually tosses or sheathes her gun, keeps running at Xovak, but she pulls out of her pouch this amber orb similar to the black orb that Xovak that flew towards him when he was escaping, and you watch as it turns into this long golden sword, and she then jumps up and tries to stab down at him and is going to try and stab the crap out of him. I should be using a different D20, but that's a thing.
wanna
So
trade me for
she
mine?
strikes down, and then he kind of steps to the side, and she's now struck into the ground, and she is now engaged in melee with him, and is not considered running as an option. Sloth, however, saw the little lightning bolt display you made. Does a 23 hit your EAC?
Oh fuck. It does, but that means then I can use share pain.
Ah, you can. Well, let's see how much. Sorry, actually, he doesn't roll for this. I need you to roll a willpower saving throw.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's doing, but he's cast at a lower level.
Oh fuck.
That's why you had a roll.
which is that one, right? No, it's that one. Okay, so 10 in total.
So that's a fail.
That is a fail.
You were dealt 26 points of damage.
But I want to use share pain.
All right, so what do I got to roll for that?
So that one is so I actually costs me a resolve point.
Well, burn a resolve point.
And as a reaction to shift some of the pain back onto that foe, unless the foe succeeds a will save, reduce the damage you take from the attack by your mystic level to a maximum of the attack's damage. And the foe takes an equal amount of damage. This is a mind-affecting pain effect.
Okay. So he rolled 18 to his willpower saving throw. I think that beats your spell save. I think your spell save is 16. So it should be.
I think my spell save is supposed to be 10 plus wisdom plus level spell. So that would be 10 plus wisdom, which is 14 plus level spell, which is. Share Pain is an ability.
So then, yeah, it's just your wisdom save then. Or it's just your wisdom. So
Damn.
it's 14.
So, yeah.
So he saves it. So he does not. You feel this and you try to resist it.
Yeah.
And as you resist it, he pushes even harder. And the image of what he's done in this building has burned into your brain harder than it should have been otherwise. And you take the 24 points of 26 points of damage.
26.
Yeah, 26 points of damage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right. With that, it is Xovak's turn, and he is now engaged with the captain. So he then jets up the engines of his Doshko, and he's going to swing that thing around and try and hit her. Ooh, that is not good. Yeah, he hits her with it. So you watch as she jumps down and she stabs the ground. He then kind of just spins around and two-hands the Doshko, and he strikes her right in the chest. She goes flying towards a wall and strikes the metal plating, leaving a bit of smoke behind you. She is kind of obscured from the hit, but she took a shit ton of damage. Flinch, made it to the ship.
Go. Put the crates to the side. We'll look at these after. You're more familiar with station than me, so if you want to hop into the pilot's chair and I'll get one of the side doors ready to take some pot shots.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, so he rolled really good. So yeah, he pulls the ship out of the hangar bay. He goes on down.
Now, you said that there was one that no one had damaged yet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and do like a next door neighbor one. All right.
So he goes up to, he goes down a floor. You're out in space. Now, being up in space, there are ships all over the place. As soon as, like, it's kind of calm considering when you're in the hangar bay. There's no longer active explosions going on nearby. The damage is done. The hangar is damaged and there's flames everywhere. As soon as you leave the hangar bay, there are blast bolts going everywhere. There are ships trying to escape being shot down. The capital ship of the Seven is at a safe distance firing at the station. And anyway, so he goes on down. I will say, just for sake, no one really pots any shots at you guys. You're too close to the station for them to notice you. He goes on down, and instead of going into the hangar bay that's undamaged, he actually goes towards the hangar bay next to it, and he goes, all right, this is probably going to be a safer bet. I need you to shoot out some of the debris that's preventing us from landing.
Hop into gunnery. Let's go.
All right, so roll yourself I think it's still a piloting check for ship's guns too, right?
Gunnery is your piloting plus your dex.
Boom.
Oh my.
Good luck.
Okay, so
Sure you don't need
my
it.
piloting is
Plus 10. So I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
You hear the guns power up. Click the triggers.
What the hell was that?
I can fix it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say that with your movement and roll the mechanics check.
Ooh, my engineering check is 31.
Perfect. You kind of look down and you see that there's like a
Gravy rag. There's like gravy rag.
gravy rag kind of hanging out one of the panels.
Damn
You
it.
pull out the panel and it's just kind of clogged in one of the wiring ports in the console where he had previously been sleeping.
Greg.
You pull it out, you close it. Next turn, you are able to shoot.
Yeah.
Laurel.
So I get on the comm. Creepy little rat, where are you?
Next hangar bay over.
Why aren't you in this hangar?
Cause we can't. You need to come to the next hangar over.
So much for shooting this guy. I keep running and go to the other hangar.
Yeah. Maybe if he chases you.
Shut up unless you're useful. And I keep running to the next hangar.
Oh, shit.
I think Lorell might be in an emotional state right now.
I want to punch something, but I am busy carrying my friend who is hurt.
It's fair.
I'm actually almost half of my hit point.
Jesus. All right, so you're going to spend your full turn running to the next hangar?
I also don't have any weapons because they made me leave them on the ship.
That's also fair.
It might be.
I am a heavy fighting-based character with no spells, but also no weapons. I am heavily crippled in this fight.
Who's useless? Huh? Anyway, that's not a game.
Oh my.
Flinch.
All right, so you spend your full turn just running?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
my God.
Greg,
Yes. Present.
you are in the next door hangar. There's like an unused cigarette on the ground. Smoking maybe got him.
Steal the ship, steal the ship, steal the ship.
You can see outside. Oh, actually, you know what? What I'll say here is you're already in the second hangar bay, kind of already sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
You see the meteor outside, looking at this hangar bay. You watch it come on down, and you think it's going to shoot up the debris that's here, and then nothing happens. But there is some debris that is between it and being able to dock in this hangar bay to pick you guys up.
So, I mean, I could try moving it physically,
Roll a perception check real quick.
but I don't think that's gonna happen. Man, this D20 doesn't like me. 4 on the dice, but I have a plus 10 to my perception. So
That's
14.
enough. So, you do recall that there are actual like clamps and arms and all kinds of contraptions within the hangar bays that move equipment and also ship parts for repair. If you want, you can try and pull some kind of a mechanics check to manage some arms to move the debris out of the way.
I have computers or engineering.
Engineering would be
Okay.
the option here.
I will.
Whichever you prefer.
Oh, I prefer engineering.
Okay, yeah,
They're
that'll
both
work.
decent, but
Yeah,
engineering is
that can work too.
Okay. Okay, so I'll move to. I'm assuming there's probably a panel near
Yeah,
on
there's
a
a
nearby
panel.
wall.
You have movement left over from last turn. You should
Okay.
be fine.
All right, so I rolled a 15 on the dice this time.
No, that's
plus
good.
12 in my engineering. So
Yeah, it's a
27.
success. Okay, sweet.
Sweet.
So you start. You kind of put your you start using this console and. This is complicated. You just pull open the panel underneath. You kind of reach in and yank a wire instead and start like hot wiring it instead. This seems to be a little bit more better, tactile. And these arms start going and start clawing at the debris and start moving it off to the side. So one more round of this. You should have. If the ship could try and land, it'll be really tight. But if you do one more round of this, it'll be a lot easier for the ship to land.
Okay.
Klip-Tik, you're on Lorell's back.
I am. I'm not gonna try and attack anything because I'm on her back. So I'm actually going to use for her Mystic Cure, which is it's an instantaneous thing. It is one standard action. It is touch while I am touching her because I'm basically her backpack.
You can't really avoid that.
It says with a touch you can heal and invigorate your target, restoring a number of hit points. So.
Well, what's the number of hit points?
So basically, it's a first level, so it'd be 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Roll a d8, add your wisdom, and that's how much health you're going to get back there, Lorell.
Cool.
And if I recall, that is
That'd
actual
be-
hit points.
Yes. So it's just it's just hit points. So
It-
it doesn't
it-
go to the stamina.
It could carry over your stamina.
Okay.
That's fine. Usually some health things just affect your stamina. But I think for the sake of simplicity, if there's any excess over your HP, you can apply it to your stamina too.
Cool.
Okay. So you can add 8.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
All right, that was your turn.
Thank
that's why I was asking for your sheet.
Thank you.
All right. Really quickly, I need Klip-Tik. Roll an intelligence check real quick. Just straight intelligence. It's my version of an ID roll.
6 in total.
Thought just occurred to you. All right, that's fine.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It just means someone's gonna die. What? I don't know. So, Sloth begins continuing his pursuit after you, Klip-Tik,
Okay.
and is actually going to keep on moving forward. Yeah. Nah, he's gonna just try and cast his gambit at a lower level. Klip-Tik, roll a willpower saving throw.
Oh my god.
Your willpower saving was pretty decent.
Technically speaking, it's actually better that you roll than.
Yes.
So
Laura.
my
willpower saving throw is not good.
That's just D20 plus 8.
Oh, okay. It's just that. Okay. 12, 10. Oh, so 20.
20?
Yeah.
You resist, so
Perfect.
he's going to roll damage, but you're going to be dealt only half of this. I can do math, yeah. So you were dealt 6 points of damage total.
No.
That is halved. As he mind thrusts you again, but it's getting weaker and weaker each time. Like he's burning through spells at a pretty decent rate. It is the captain's turn. She kind of stumbles out of the wreckage of the wall she was just thrown into. She is looking messed up. She's going to... She keeps the gun. She pulls out her pistol, and then she converts the sword into some kind of energy, and she smacks into the gun, and then she goes and she starts taking pot shots off on Xovak. That I have rolled the same. I have rolled 3 for everything she's rolled this entire session.
She should flee.
So anyway, she misses entirely, and then Xovak is going to. He seems pretty transfixed on messing her up. He goes over to her and he goes and swings, and she kind of dodges out of the way, and he just drills the dodge go into the wall. And so now the two of them are just scrapping incessantly. Flinch, you're on the ship.
Does our sensors pick up that Grek is using the crane to move the stuff away?
What I was going to say there is you don't need the sensors. You can see that there are claw arms that are actually moving the debris out of the way for you. You could still try and shoot it and then try and land this turn if you want, or you can ask the warden to try and land now.
Yeah, I'd be worried about trying to shoot the debris now, especially if somebody is actually removing it for us. Which would be fair. Just wondering if the warden is a better pilot than me. He could be.
Could be.
Is there any way I can aid him in piloting and landing properly, since there's nothing else for me to do?
I'll say that there could be some kind of a co-piloting check that's very similar to how we've done it in Genesis. So if you want, you can roll a piloting check, and depending on how high you roll, we'll give him a +2.
27.
I'll give him a +2. That works for me. And he rolled an 18, and then plus his skill, and then plus your +2. Yeah. So you guys, as Greg, you're moving the framing out of the way. You watch as the ship slowly begins to move. Now you're familiar with Flinch's flying, and this is not Flinch's flying. Someone else is flying your ship, but they very deftly ease it into the hangar bay. And you kind of like feel that pit in your stomach as whoever's piloting this is going to scratch the paint. It goes right in underneath, fits the hold perfectly, and then docks in the hangar bay rather smoothly. Like really good.
No one gets to scratch the paint on this thing but me.
Well, there are scratch marks on it, but not today there aren't.
They all tell a story.
Yes, they do.
Oh my god.
Lorell, you guys, you kind of start climbing over some of the debris to get into the hangar bay, and you watch the meteor lands right in front of you. What do you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to get on the meteor. I'm going to drop Klip-Tik rather unceremoniously and grab my weapons, which I'm assuming are nearby. Looking at Flinch.
Did you leave your weapon on the ship, or did you bring it and put it into a slot?
Oh yeah, I left it on the ship. So yeah, never mind.
room?
Don't care about Flinch.
I was gonna say wherever you left them on the ship.
So yeah, I'm gonna run onto the ship. I'm gonna put Klip-Tik down, and then I'm gonna and when I put it around, I'm like, stay here, and then I'm gonna go get my weapons and run off the ship.
Yeah, I'll say for thematic sake that your full movement can be to go grab your guns, and then you're now on the ramp on the ship, and you can look at your enemies and
there are no enemies here.
The sloth is within range of your weapons.
Hit him, kill him.
What's the maximum range? So your weapon should have 2 ranges:
Yep.
the optimum range and the maximum range. What's the
Oh,
maximum
they do?
range?
What
of
kind
your
of weapon?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so you can't. So the sloth is within 30 feet.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna shoot him.
Jesus.
Thank you.
And then Xovak is well outside of that.
Well, he's in a different room. Okay.
So there are different hangars, and each have their own doors, but you can walk between hangars. There is like stuff between them, and you can just kind of like go through the crates and move the stuff out of the way to get between them.
Oh, okay.
But they are pretty open. So he's really far away. So you have like significant deductions to your check, and he's engaged with the captain. So it's an additional deduction. But Sloth has followed you, and he is 30 feet away from you.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot Sloth.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. How close is he?
30 feet away.
He's 30 feet. Then I'm going to shoot him with the pistol. 17.
Cool. That'll hit.
Woohoo! It's a D6. 7.
7?
Sweet.
Okay. So you 7. All right, so you take your pistol out, you kind of lean out of the hangar, you bang, you fire, and you hit him right in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And now he's still, well, he can't actually see you because you're in the ship there, Klip-Tik, but he's now looking very angrily at you, Lorell, and he's still walking forward.
I glare
like
at
a
him.
zombie. All right, Grek, the ship has landed. It's right in front of you.
Ship has landed.
Lorell has reached out and starts shooting at Sloth, and he's slowly walking towards the ship.
Yeah, that's fine.
How
Far is it for me to
you'll
get
hit the
up
captain.
onto, let's say, at least the ramp, like in the
Go on, 25
doorway
feet.
where Lorell is
25
shooting
feet.
from? 25?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take my action to shoot Sloth in the back. But I roll my trick attack first.
Wait, you have a gun?
Yeah,
Right, you do. You
I
shot
do.
zombies with it.
yeah, I did. I'm going to roll my stealth check for my trick attack first. So it's 20. The DC is 20 plus the challenge rating of the target.
You get like a plus lot.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So I rolled a 15 on the dice plus 18 for my
I
check.
think you hit him.
Third of 3.
So I'm hoping his challenge rating is higher than that, to be honest.
Unless he's a Baylor.
Yeah, that works.
Well,
That
okay.
good. That's good. That's
All
good.
right,
And that's your trick
so-
attack, right?
Yes. So that means that he's
flat-footed until your
flat-footed.
next turn.
Yes.
For everybody.
Okay, so the weapon damage.
His AC is -2 for all of you.
And you get an extra D8 because of trick attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
So the weapon damage
or whatever it is, yours. weapon is.
is 3. Rolled poorly on my D8. Is for 6 piercing damage in total.
6 piercing damage total. All right, so you kind of two-hand handspring over top of the console to roll towards the ship, and as you kind of like slide out, your feet underneath you like a gymnast boss, you boing, and you shoot him, and it strikes him right in the side.
And then I use my movement to book it up to the ramp and into the ship.
Run up the ramp. It's like,
Yeah.
go. All right, Klip-Tik, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run to the opening of where Lorell is, essentially, and I'm gonna try this stupid energy ray again at this motherfucker. I'm gonna hit him.
Are you gonna hit him?
I
Are you
hope-
sure you're gonna hit him?
If I
know,
don't,
roll
I'm
it.
gonna cry.
Well, he's flat-footed now.
Yeah, you can -2 to his AC.
So that would be. That's this one again. So 17.
17 with his -2 to his EAC or KAC.
I believe
It's
that was
EAC,
EAC. Yeah.
That hits.
Finally.
Oh, the excitement on your face.
Oh my god, I've been
Roll
wanting
it.
to kill this asshole. And it was, and I'm adding, sorry, what to this again?
It's just. Is
Just
that,
roll damage.
I just rolled damage.
Oh, that's a 5, so that would be 3.
Yeah.
And then
What type
Okay.
of energy?
it was EAC?
no, no,
What type is your?
Oh,
ray?
I said it was electricity, but it's the same for all of them. So,
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
So you rolled what for damage?
3.
3?
Yeah,
Okay.
full 3.
So a lot of small little bits of damage there, and so you reach out, you fire
That's the sound you
whatever
give me.
sound you make. You lightning bolt out of your hand, and it strikes him right in the chest, and it zaps through his entire body, and
Yeah, that's
Yes,
that exact sound of
I
damage.
honestly feel very satisfied right now as my character. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
okay,
Anyway.
just so we're all aware.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he sits there, and
I have a big
he
grin
is
on my face.
looking real messed up.
Fucking great.
And he takes his hands and he kind of starts emanating this energy out of them, and then he kind of places them on his own wrists like this, and you watch this green energy kind of go through his body. And you see some of the wounds and burns on it begin to kind of like seal up.
What?
Yeah,
Don't worry, he's using up a spell.
this is also true. Well, spell-like ability. But and actually that one I think was a spell for him. Yep. All right. So that's how he's going to use that, but he does not move forward when he does it. He stands. He steps towards a crate, so he's got half cover right now. Captain actually deals hits Xovak for a critical.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're getting the upper hand, guys. We were for the loudest.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Cool. You're all kind of stunned by this, sort of, as he swings out and she goes underneath, and then she takes the gun, she takes the energy out, and she shoots it up like this, and like a spear juts out up into his face, and this blinding crack and flash happens, like a solar flare has gone off, and he watches Xovak begins blinking in a bit, and he seems to not be able to see where she is. So gameplay terms, he's been blinded for 3 turns.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And as he swings out, he keeps swinging and missing at her, and she's going to stay engaged with him for now. Flinch.
Okay.
You're there in the co-pilot's chair, and you've watched everyone kind of wander underneath. So the way that the ship's kind of laid out is that you can look outside of the console, but you can't quite see the ramp itself. So you've seen everybody go underneath the bridge. You can't quite see where they're at now. But you saw them all walk there except for the captain. You see the captain and Xovak fighting off about 75 feet to your right. But
Am I connected to her comm? I don't think so, am I?
yeah, actually, yeah, because you are all part of the same crew. Yeah.
Get out of there unless you want to eat bullets.
Oh, roll a diplomacy check.
12. No.
7.
In total. You kind of see her kind of glare over to the ship, and then kind of keep on going because Xovak is now just blinding and dazed, and she thinks she's got the upper hand on him.
Okay, so for this round, I'll shoot the ship waiting for him.
All right, so I think your railguns only shoot forward.
They do.
Oh, how are we landed? Which way is the
You've
railgun?
landed straight into the hangar bay. You can't, the way the debris, you can't land full 90 degrees.
Shoot where
Yeah.
Sloth is.
So if you were to leave the hangar, you could probably arrange yourself to shoot. Just the way the debris is, it's yeah. And even if the debris wasn't there, you can land looking into the hangar or looking out into space. You can't land sideways.
I see your point. Can I shoot Sloth with it? Is he in front?
I will say with deductions, yes. You can roll for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's so the guns shoot just straight forward, so they're kind of above where everybody is at.
Yeah,
I'll say with a really good roll.
So they don't move at all.
They don't move at all. No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you got like pretty basic chain guns. So you dip the nose to your target and you shoot. Yes. Yeah.
That's sort of. Okay. So.
Maybe we could bury him with debris.
Yeah, could I do that?
Just fire forward.
Yeah.
Roll a piloting check for shooting.
15.
15. Don't really need to roll that high, just as long as you don't, roll a 1. So you kind of go, boing, 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 and you fire forward and start shooting at the wall of the station itself, the station proper. And you kind of see the warden kind of look a little sad, and he goes,
Well, I mean, she's going to hell anyway.
Oh man, I'm sorry, brother, but I mean, you got to get rid of the past to move forward with the future.
Oh my god.
It'll be okay, brother. It'll be okay. We got crates to open.
all right. Debris begins to fall. I need everyone who's everyone who's on the ramp to roll a reflex saving throw, but you have a very, very, very low DC because you've got the ship kind of covering you.
I hate this.
What'd you
I'm
get?
getting rid of this dice set.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3 on the dice.
Okay.
And I have a +8 to my.
That's still enough.
Okay, perfect.
19.
19. That is also enough. Klip-Tik.
Oh, then I have 9 in total.
In total?
In total, I have 9.
You are dealt 3 points of damage as some of the debris comes on down and everyone else is stepping aside. You look out and you're too busy trying to see where Sloth is, as the debris is also falling around Sloth, that you actually get struck in the side of the head by some falling debris. As the chain guns go just chain into the wall to try and create some debris.
Oh my god.
However,
Does Sloth get hit?
Sloth does get hit, and he is struck for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. So basically all the health that he had healed up is now gone.
Sucker.
And you watch as he's actually fallen prone outside from behind that half cover that he kind of had for himself, and he's trying to guard himself from all the falling debris. With you trying to convince the captain to get on board, the warden kind of also gets on the comm. He goes,
Argus, if you don't leave now, we're gonna leave you behind. Whether you win or lose, the station's gonna go, and you'd be better off trying to get him afterwards.
And he also did not roll very well. So, she seems to stay engaged with what's his nuts. Lorell, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot Sloth again.
All right, cool.
It's 17.
17. So he has a bonus to his AC right now. Oh no, he doesn't. He was knocked out of his cover. Yeah, that'll hit.
He also still has his flat-footedness.
Oh yeah, that really hits. Yeah, that hits.
So that is, and then it's the +2 for that. So that's 7.
7?
Yeah.
So you aim, you fire, and you watch as this green mass just splats against the crate next to him, and the body just...
He's dead?
And it's not moving.
I give,
Can't see Lindsay right now, but her hands are in the air.
She's so excited.
Klip-Tik, do you like make a noise when you see that?
Yes, most likely. Yeah, being chaotic Eve. Yeah, basically.
Chaotic, Jesus.
I give Klip-Tik a high five. And then I run down the ramp toward where the captain and Xovak are.
Because we're all
Damn it!
crazy.
High five. And then Flinch, you watch as Lorell just...
And I'm also going, what are you doing? After you gave me a high five, man. Laurel, wait, no! Like,
Greg, it's your turn. You watch as Lorell just books it towards the fight.
But
And I'm gonna...
Greg, get it. Come up here and start piloting this ship.
okay.
I'll give you back the gravy rag I found. If not, I'm gonna burn it.
I'm already moving.
Okay, you're just gonna go up there.
Psychological
What are you gonna do?
Gravy warfare.
I know I'm not going to be able to keep up with Laurel, even though she's my friend. So I'm going to go up onto the deck and take over Science Officer.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Sweet. So you go on up there. That'll take you your turn.
Yep.
Sloth's not on the initiative order anymore.
He's a
it's
pile
the
of
Captain
goo.
Xovak, so Captain's going to try and that was really cocked. That wasn't really good. So she goes to swing out at him, misses. He swings out at her, and even when blind, he strikes her again in the side with his Doshko and sends her
Hopefully towards Laurel.
towards Lorell, actually. Okay, so yeah, he strikes her again, and she's flung towards you about 20 feet. So she's only 15 feet away from you.
Oh, awesome.
She's not moving.
Yeah. Okay.
As her flaming body or like her charred body just skeeters towards the ground towards you. If you can roll to try and figure anything more than that, but whatever energy weapon she was using has like gone dim, and she's just charred on the ground.
Okay.
Flinch. Cool.
Yeah.
Now that hopefully Greg's moving up to the pilot chair, and
He's on his way.
Klip-Tik's moved up to the science chair,
He's on his way.
I'm going to shake my head and leave the ship.
What?
No, I'm not going to be helpful. I'm just...
Okay. So Greg and Klip-Tik, as you guys are going up, going, oh god, what are we gonna? You just see Flinch.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to go too far. We got to get back on the ship. I just want to make sure that we all get back on the ship.
Well, yeah.
You're
We
my
had-
family. Get up there.
We had a captain left behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And she pays us.
so can I move down and then I can tell you
Sure.
what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over to Sloth and just shoot him again.
Double tap. Roll 2.
Hey, we
With
did.
the radiant. I don't want his ghost coming back.
I I was gonna say, earlier in this fight, there were people fighting ghosts and zombies.
Yeah.
It's true.
You could come back either way.
It's true.
So, Klip-Tik and Grek, you guys go on up there, and Warden's like, "What the hell is he doing?" And then you can all watch as all of a sudden, Lorell is running towards the captain's charred body, and then Flinch just goes up to where Sloth is, and you see bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I can shoot him a pile.
Just one of the head nods.
Inside my garments, my mating hands are clapping.
You know,
You just hear the soft little.
you
You don't know where it's
know,
coming from.
all of this, as weird as it seems,
I'm talking to the warden.
Yep.
the longer you're with us, it won't make more sense, but you'll accept it.
This is about as sensible as it's probably gonna get.
I mean, you were the one farming ghosts.
In my defense, I don't have a defense for this.
What were you gasping about, Derek?
Oh, I was thinking it'd be cool to go to that crane that moves debris and try to drop something on Xovak.
Do it.
So
You could try-
But
claws.
it depends how much.
Yeah,
time.
now the claws are like the
Yeah.
consoles run the
I wouldn't
claws
get
that are
back to
in
the
that
ship,
area.
but I wouldn't
You'd
get
have to go to the console in his hangar bay to try and move the claws that are over there.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna just quickly. I know this seems long. I'm just gonna quickly look over because I want to see, sort of like what Lorell's doing. Does it look like you're going to take the captain?
You don't know.
Is it my turn?
I was gonna say it's your turn next.
Okay, so I'll quickly just do my scrounging thing with Flinch and quickly scour the guy's body
Okay.
and just see if he has anything.
So
that'll be
movement and then the thematic shooting.
Yeah.
That's the turn.
Done,
So we'll
done,
roll
done.
for your scavenging in a sec here. Laurel.
Is it my turn or is it the warden's?
helpful. Well,
It is the warden's turn, but he's sitting there and he's going,
Well, we're not leaving yet.
He's
What I will do is I'm going to set the timer to self-destruct.
and he hits the little button and you see a timer go down on his wrist.
I knew that was coming.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
That makes sense.
Did you put that all over the comm? Do we all know this? Are
I
we
said
all
it was
He
He
pretty?
says
blow.
it out loud in the bridge, so Klip-Tik and Grek, you guys hear him say it.
Guys!
Oh, it's not your turn yet.
Oh,
Anyway,
damn
moving
it,
on. It is Xovak's turn, and he kind of starts moving around. But as his turn kind of ends, you're close enough, Lorell, to see that the glaze of his eyes have left, and he can now see exactly where you and the captain are. And he's used his movement to try and figure out where he is. And at the end of his turn, his eyes clear up, and he's now still. So, captain is 15 feet away from you. And then about 25 feet away from that is where Xovak is. That's your turn.
So I'm going to run up to the captain.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick her up.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot Xovak in the face. And then I'm going to start running back to the ship.
Okay, roll for it. 11.
Oh, gross. I don't like that.
Is it a 1?
No.
Okay,
it's
that's not bad.
It's a 9 total.
Oh. You pick her up and you kind of fire before you finish slapping her on your shoulder, and it kind of fires into the floor between you and him, and he does not flinch. He just stares right at you, almost like just angrily, but like a disappointed anger. Not a.
He's the one.
Not like a frustrated, I'm being defeated anger, but like a, how dare you kind
He's
of
the one
anger.
who allies himself with Eoxians and the Hive. I don't care what
True.
he thinks.
Fair enough. And you turn, you spend the rest of your movement to try and head back.
Yep.
All right, cool. So you're moving at half speed because you're carrying another medium-sized creature.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. So you've moved to 15 feet up. You have 15 feet left. You actually only use 7 feet back.
I have a movement of 40 feet.
40 feet? Oh, well, in that case, so then you move 10, 15 feet back. There you go. You're
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's close enough.
40 feet away from him. There you go. That's
Yeah.
what I need to figure out because his turn's coming up soon. All right, Grek, you're in the ship. The warden is sitting in your chair when you get up to the bridge.
I'll sit in his lap.
This is great. Now I don't have to sit on the stool.
No, that's enough for me. And he gets up and he like just picks you up, puts you back on the chair.
But now you hand me that little thing over there,
And I point towards like the little thing that I'm usually sitting, like a booster seat. And a booster seat because I'm tiny, right?
Yeah, kind of like with just his fingers, just goes, ugh. Hands it to you.
It's clean.
Yeah, alright, sure. Anything that your backside has been on is totally clean, I know for a fact.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just gonna ready myself that as soon as they're on board, I want to be taking off while at the same time closing the ramp. So
Yeah,
we
that's
can
fair.
get the heck out of here.
Klip-Tik, your turn. What are you gonna do?
That's a good question. I'm sitting at the science thing. Do we know how much time is left for self-destruct mode?
Do you want to spend your turn figuring that out?
I just kind of want to be on the go on the PA system, be like, I think we're...
He's right next to
Oh,
Real quick, just roll an intelligence check to see if an idea comes to you.
an idea?
Yeah. It's my version of an idea roll.
I fucking hate this.
It may not have mattered.
That would be... Is that wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Oh, that's 6.
Yeah, nothing occurs to you. What are you gonna do with your turn?
Can I go on the comm to Lorell and Flinch and
Yeah.
be like, I think the Warden self-destruct. I pressed a button to self-destruct the thing.
Of course he did. Good man. I said this would all be dust.
He did say that.
He did say that.
All right. With that, Xovak is going to ready his Doshko, and he's going to start full force sprinting right towards you, Lorell.
Okay.
And this is not going to feel good.
Yeah.
I said you were 40 feet away from him.
Yep.
That's gonna suck. So, does a 17 hit your KAC?
Yes, it does.
This is not gonna be good. You're hit for 20 points of
Ooh.
damage. You put the captain over your back, right?
Yeah? Like fireman's carry.
Yeah, you take 20 points of damage.
What?
Take 20 points of damage. All right. You're still standing, right?
Yeah, you took.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
okay.
right.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm still standing. I'm still running.
For now. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, he comes up and he's basically struck you in the back, and yeah, you feel like he kind of nick grazed you.
Ugh. But now are we considered engaged, or was that a ranged attack?
No, that was a melee attack.
Okay.
Yeah, so technically you're considered engaged. So if you keep running, he will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Right. No, that's good to know.
Actually, technically speaking, you have a +2 AC because you have someone on your back. If you had +2 AC, would that have hit you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking. All right, Speed. So yeah, for while you've got the captain, you're considered to have +2 AC. However, if I hit within that +2 I've given you, the captain will take the hit.
Okay.
So just if you want to make a note of that real quick. So if he hits you again, what's your AC with the captain? The +2 I gave you.
15.
15? Okay, so if he hits you on a 15 or a 14, she takes the damage. So just keep a note of that real quick, please. It is Flinch's turn. You see this.
How far away? They're a fair distance away from me, though.
No, they're only 20 feet away from you.
Okay, well, I want scrounge the body, because that'll take my action.
Yep.
And it's not worth the risk. I had the pistol out.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yeah, you've just been firing it into a corpse's body.
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be able to have a ghost. I'm going to take my pistol. I'm going to move back over toward the bed.
Okay.
Because we need to get out of here.
Yep.
There'd be no point in me moving into me. To be engaged with
It's gonna be like.
It would have been funny this whole time. Flinch saying, "Why are we even fighting this guy?" And then end up being really like, "Why?"
Why of all people here?
Yeah.
Suddenly it turns out that Flinch is a ninja.
And covering fire. 20.
Natural 20?
Oh, wow.
I would be willing to say that if you want, you can pull from this deck to see if something cool happens.
Cool.
You're using a kinetic. It's
It's
an
the
energy weapon.
radiant.
Yeah, it's an energy weapon. So what is
Would
the?
that be energy's the top one?
No, it'll say energy. It is the top one. Yes. Yep. So energy. What is that? What does the energy effect say?
It is stunning hit. The target is stunned for 1 round. Fortitude saving throw negates.
All right.
So that would be the best covering fire if possible.
So you Lorell, you watch as Greg turns and runs, Flinch turns and runs away towards the ramp, and you kind of hear him yell, "Covering fire!" And he shoots his pistol out, and as you kind of like step to the side, just to, not be in the way of the covering fire, one shot actually strikes Xovak in the face, and he stops his pursuit for a quick second, giving you a 5-foot distance, meaning that if you continue moving, you will no longer have invoke a attack of opportunity from him for your next turn.
Okay.
So the idea is that on your next turn, to continue running, he gets a free attack on you.
Yeah.
The stun allows you to keep running without having the free attack.
Okay.
Because he could possibly deal another 20 plus. He could deal a potential another 20 plus points of damage in that free attack. So, it is Lorell's turn. Because that was Flinch's turn. That was Xovak. Yes, Lorell's your turn.
I thought it was the Warden's turn after Flinch.
He's sitting there waiting for you guys to get on the ship.
That's only really me and you
how
at
far
that.
away am I from the ship?
You are 30 feet.
Awesome. So because of the stunning, there's no attack of opportunity.
Correct.
Sweet. I'm gonna run onto the ramp, and then I'm gonna run onto the ramp, and then I'm gonna shoot Xovak in the face. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go on the comm and just yell, "Go, go, 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 go!"
I had ready to know.
I'll say for thematic effect, technically speaking, you can only move with your movement 20 feet because you are
okay.
encumbered by carrying a human being.
Ah.
However, I will say that because
Can I roll in athletics?
I was just going to say, well, your action would be used to finish the movement. However, I'm cool with saying that you use your full turn to get there and drop her off, and as the ship begins to move out on someone else's turn, as we're now kind of sort of leaving combat, I'll still give you a free attack on Xovak because I think it's fun. So, just explaining my gaming reasoning behind it. So technically, you're going to use your full turn to get to the ship. Go, 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 go! Greg, you've already been holding your action for this, so roll a piloting check,
I know,
please.
I just don't trust this D20 to do what I
And
want
it's
it
a
to.
high DC because you're in a tight, confined space.
Use a different dice. We all know this. Anyone who's listening knows.
Oh shit!
What'd you roll?
Jeez, Lindsay.
Give it
Well-
back to me.
That wasn't that good.
So I got a 3 out of D20.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have a plus 13 on my piloting.
It's not so bad.
So 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You
as you
scratch the
begin to
paint.
take the ship out, you hear
Whatever, that's fine. As long as it's me.
and the ship takes 4 points of damage as it rips through, as the hull gets torn apart by some of the
Whatever.
debris. Lorell,
It's still good. It's still
the
good.
ramp begins to lift up. Take your shot.
Can I say something as she's shooting?
Yeah.
Since I'm right next to her.
Eat it, trash face!
Sure. Okay.
Xovak.
I rolled a 4, so it's an 8. So
Oh,
Yeah.
why is
Can I
everyone
take
rolling-
a free shot? I'm standing next to her.
Sure.
Not that it matters. I hit a 23 because I had an extra +1 because it's
That hits.
base thing. I did not say that I was overcharging, so I'll just roll a d8.
Yep.
And it's half the other one, so it's 9 radiant damage.
Jesus. All right. So,
Nicely done.
Lorell, you kind of fire and it strikes a crate that's next to him as he's running up with that Doshko out. And he reaches for something on his hip to kind of pull out some kind of a gun. And as he does, Flinch,
Second
one eye, bang, fires and strikes him in the shoulder so he doesn't actually get the gun out. And he's, and this light glows on his elbow.
Nice.
And the ramp closes up. The ship leaves the station as this countdown keeps on going, and there are ships all over the place firing, and they are now going to. Oh, you haven't quite left the station's immediate orbit, but.
Guns to shoot Xovak.
Yeah.
Far enough an A, probably. Just saying.
Be really hard to hit. We should get out of here.
All right, so your options right now are to stay in this massive shooting gallery or to try and speed up the drift engine process. Lorell, you kind of are carrying the captain to like a medical bay, and she seems really bad. And you head off into drift as the Seven's forces descend upon the space station that's about to self-destruct.
The
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. The next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, December 24th. Until then, Tuesday, December 17th is the next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast, GM'd by Derek Snow. The system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks in this episode licensed through Video Copilot, Triune Films, and Sirenscape. You can find all of Twisted Gears' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow the Twisted Gear Studios' Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Elizabeth Wells, and Derek Snow. Your audio operator tonight was Rob Hickey, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. If you happen to be in the Fort McMurray area, you can find me at Tavern on Main every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for trivia. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.